with a female friend of mine, a few weeks ago, and I'm not gonna lie, bro, it's actually pretty good. And I was real surprised, yo. It's like,
what's up, guys? It's your boy Shepsworth Bentley, and make sure you guys check out Homegrown Radio every Sunday, 7 to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. It's new, fresh Baltimore radio.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
But when I smoked weed, there was a D on that. When I smoked weed, my inhibitions actually weren't wild. You know, like I wasn't like, oh, I want to go fly on a kite or jump off this roof or something like that. No, it was quite the opposite. I was very laid back. I actually wanted to eat all the time. Gosh, and I never would get full. And I got sleepy. So I never wanted to go out and do something wrong, like break windows, drive under the influence. Definitely not drive.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back. It is 2018. Happy New Year's, Salacious Life. I am your host, Dr. Wren. I am in the building with my boy, Will Fung.
Good evening.
And we are happy to be here. We have a lot in store for you tonight. I hope everybody's holidays were real good. What did you do for your holiday, Will? Anything fun?
Well, New Year's was awesome.
Pull your mic to you.
I went to actually I worked a fetish New Year's party.
Ooh.
Yes, very
so that was the highlight of your holiday. Yeah, I was supposed to attend that fetish New Year's holiday event, but alas, I was going through it that day. I didn't feel like it. Like, nah. I called VashtiBlue, was like, baby, I can't make it. I'm not coming.
That's all right.
It was just one of those days.
I had fun for you.
You had fun for you.
It's all good.
Yeah, no, the holidays was cool. I celebrated Christmas for the first time this year. I had never celebrated. I had never gotten done that whole with the, you wake up and there's a bunch of shit for you type. I had that situation. So like when I was in New York, I woke up and I came down the steps in the living room and it was a whole bag and she was like, that's for you and that's for you and that's for you. I was like,
yeah, you know she has issues.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it was exciting for me because I'm not used to anybody treating me like that. It was very gracious and very nice.
Everyone deserves it.
Wow, you're fine. It's comfortable. I don't know why this is one here. That was from the show before, guys. I am not sitting in here.
If y'all could have seen the guy that walked out of here covered in cake.
That was hilarious. Again, happy anniversary. He was covered in cake and icing everywhere. That's funny.
It was funny.
Don't y'all ever do that to me for nothing. I don't care if we on the radio, if we on stage.
It's on.
Yeah, You the one that be covered in stuff.
Who?
I saw you at Punani Poets getting lathered up with shea butter like wow. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly my ass.
Allegedly in the cage. Allegedly.
Yeah. You was getting it. It's okay.
It was good. They asked me to volunteer, so I'm a good sport.
You are a good sport because I wouldn't let them rub all over me like that.
Yeah. Luckily, it smelled good. It probably tasted good.
No, it was cool.
I don't know. It wasn't bad. It was an interesting experience.
Yeah.
Yes, I would do it again.
No, that's interesting.
What's interesting?
That you would do it again.
Yeah, it was fun.
Turn your phone off, man.
Did she just say don't?
What'd she say?
Hello, Keisha.
Hey, wifey boo.
We have Chef Keisha B chiming in. Don't talk about her. Yeah, not only are we going to talk about
we're going to talk about
we're going to put your name in there.
She going to say,
it's not a game.
Same to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wifey boo, whatever.
I'm hungry. You cooking?
She could. Anyway, because everybody else can't be a part of that, so let's get back to the show. I'm sorry, I was sharing it in my groups, but yeah, I got distracted with wifey boo sending me things.
This is too funny.
What's too funny?
The response. Why are we getting text messaged?
Right, why don't she go into the feed and put it in the feed?
Yeah, harassed and threatened. Oh, she's cooking steak, snapper, jerk shrimp, and tuna.
And tuna, yeah. She told me. That's okay. I am just not ready for her right now.
Well, she's ready.
With food that we're not eating.
Oh,
I'm
going that way.
But I'm not.
I'm so sorry.
See, that's how you feel.
You can't go. You can go.
No, I can't. I got to be in my house. Like, I got to work tomorrow. I can't be out with y'all hooligans all night long.
Hooligans? How dare you besmirch me in such a manner?
I besmirch.
Hooligans?
Hooligan.
Only on the weekends.
We need to stop bullshitting around and get to this damn topic. Like, I'm sitting here playing around.
Yeah, because this is going to be a humdinger. I'm still trying to figure this one out.
Well, you ready? Let's do this. Okay, so I think we should talk about New Year's resolutions. Because everybody has been telling me or asking me what my New Year's resolution was going to be or what it is or what I'm giving up for the new year or what have you. Now, I make my resolution on my new year, which is my birthday. So I'm 2 months in now on my resolution.
And how are you doing on that?
Actually, I'm doing really good.
Awesome.
I'm doing really, really good.
And what was that resolution?
I am not going to lose my temper.
Awesome.
So that's not something that's easy for me. But since I've made the decision, it's going well. I don't even find myself getting angry the way I used to. So I think I'll be all right.
I wish you the best with that one. I would fail with flying colors.
I do think that people should make some sort of commitment, and I do think that you should try, if possible, to improve on the year prior. Like, anything 1 year back. So, as we continue this conversation, I'd like you to think about 2017 in the back of your head. Just hold that thought, right? Think about 2017 in the back of your head. All right. And then, as we talk about New Year's resolutions, I want you to think about, did you improve the year before? Or what could you improve from the year before? All right? So, this is Salacious life. So I can't just be talking about, I want to lose weight and I'm going to cut my hair. Like,
I'm going to start my
own business. Fuck that, this Salacious life. We're going to take some alternative resolutions. All right. And we all know me. Those of you who don't know me, you should probably know him. Either way, y'all know where this is going.
Going left.
It's going way left, real fast. We are making a beeline for the left side. We have skipped the gutter and gone straight to the sewage. No. No.
Okay.
I just you're funny. So, you have a New Year's resolution this year?
A salacious?
A salacious one, of course. It's a salacious life. What's your New Year's
Come back to it. Let me think.
You gonna think about it?
Yeah, I really need to think about it.
You need to think about it. Wow. All right.
Some quality thought in this
Why do y'all sound funny on the live feed? I don't know. Do I sound funny?
No.
La 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 la. La 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 la. No. Not everybody knows that reference. So a typical resolution is what? Like exercise.
I'm gonna exercise.
Exercise. I'm gonna exercise. It's 2018.
I'm not gonna procrastinate.
What is it? New Year, New Me. 2008. New Year, New Me. Right. That's the slogan. I'm gonna exercise. Right. I'm gonna drop these 10 pounds. Da 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 da. I have a alternative resolution.
What is your alternative resolution?
Let's exercise.
Horizontal ropes?
Horizontal mambo is a way to exercise. I think another thing to do would be to exercise those muscles. Both men and women have muscles that we use to pick, to hold our pick, right? Those muscles. Those muscles, if they are exercised 10 times a day for a week, will increase your orgasm. This is scientifically proven, will increase your orgasm by 7%. So 10 times a day, count to 10 times a whole week, and it'll improve your orgasm by 7%. So think about week over week over week. In a month, you're gonna be popular. So
basically, it's gonna be a whole lot of people just passing out after they just unleash what they hold.
Somebody's gonna lose their soul. We gonna be on that. Chaos funny. We gonna be on that like, I'm over, is dead. You remember on Looney Tunes where they would just die, they bury themselves and then they put the flower on top of themselves? Yes. A lot of people gonna be doing that shit right there because Elvis will have left the building.
But they'll be loving it. So we're gonna exercise those muscles, both men and women, because some of these I think are geared more towards men and some more towards women as my mind goes on. Because exercise, I actually thought women, but as we talk about it, that particular exercise was something that I was studying about recently, and I remember them saying, hold it 10 times a day, hold it for count to 10 while you're, holding. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, release. Okay. One of those, okay? 10 times a day, times a whole week, 7%. So, maybe next week you can come back just long enough to tell us if it increased your orgasm, if it worked. So for 1 week, he's going to do this 10 times a day, holding 10 seconds for the entire week. And next week, he's either going to come or call in and let us know if his orgasm increased by 7%. Now, what does 7% mean? Exactly. That's a curiosity that we're all going to have. But you're going to tell us what 7%... what 7% is going to do. Okay. So, hold that thought. We're going to get ready to take our first break of 2018. We are back in the house, Salacious Life with Dr. Wren. We'll be right back for that Hump Day Discourse.
Thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com. Sit back, relax, and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Football, you basically have a good 10 to 12 years, and that's what it is.
So you have a lot of people retiring early. It's funny, a lot of me and my alumni from UVA, where I graduated from, one of our fellow Wahoos, he retired yesterday, 32 years old, to Shaw Ferguson. And he's been in the league like 10 or 12 years. So like you said, a lot of guys are making that change on their own now because they're seeing a lot of things from the the concussion movement, stuff that's been happening. It's not the nouns, the effects later, because you see different stories of men are in like their 50s and some are committing suicide because of the banging and the voices or the concussions. And
did you see that?
I haven't got a chance to see it. But
not the movie, but did you see those effects?
I have seen concussions in college where guys have played that whole entire game and didn't realize they was at a football game.
Wow.
But like before the big emphasis came about whole concussions and what's going on, we was taught you just run through the wall. You can't be soft. You shake it off and get back in it. So
the wrong attitude to have.
Right.
It's really internal. Like you really doing damage, not just to your bones, but to your mind.
Right.
and later on down the line, because just like you said, once the game is over, when you've been in a game and you think about it, because I tell people the NFL, any sports, whether it's male or female, is a semi-military, because you're told when to get up, when to work out, what to eat, when to play. All right, now you got a curfew, you got to be in bed by this time. You do it for years and years, and all of a sudden, bam, it's done. So what do you do?
Right.
So just like in a military, they have with PTSD, we similar have that because we so used to having a certain way. And I remember watching this Brian Gumbel on HBO, it was like years ago, and a guy would act like he was getting dressed, a real good football player, would walk his daughter to the bus stop, and he would come back in the house, close the curtains, and just sit there because he didn't know how else to handle himself. Because he was so used to being told what to do, because our schedule are laid out. By this time, you got to do this. By this time, you got to do this. Eat at this time, back on the field. So,
hey, what's up? This is Nate, host of the Artist Exchange Radio Show. Tune in every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., and every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artists, real talk, real live, here live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
So we were talking about critical thinking. So we definitely believe that critical thinking is one of the first things we need to start implementing. Not just simply being told things, or how about this? We tend to listen to people who get assigned certain positions. Right. You get what I'm saying? So when they have certain positions, we tend to think that it's truth attached to that because of their position, right? Is that always the case, though?
Absolutely not.
It's probably one of the biggest reasons we should be doing some critical thinking.
Yes, I agree. I definitely.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty about Jennifer Holliday.
Anyway, let's get back to well, what I wanted to say is that I can understand 100% where Jennifer Holliday is coming from, and that's sort of kind of where my 20% came from. When I basically came out and said who I voted for, I received a lot of backlash. Even on my own talk show, which comes on every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m., I was called a coon. Okay, yeah, shout out for the plug. But yeah, someone actually, they told CJ Bernie that I was a coon, and that really hurt me. I've been called everything from a fat, whatever, and everything, but someone actually commented on his Facebook. I didn't even say that. That's kind of called me a coon, but it's it's crazy because I just feel like someone like Jennifer Holliday, I understand why she stepped down, but I'm kind of upset with her because I think she still should have performed. If you want to jump out there, then stand in your truth. Don't let no one stop you or change your mind about anything. And listen, no one put a gun to her head and made her sign on for that. But it just seems like she was basically bullied.
But see, the thing about it is they will put a gun to her head to not do it.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what the threat says. You got to say it's why it's called a threat. You don't know the hypotheticals in there that could happen to you.
Why do you think
she's not a well-known singer, so she's not going around with security. Since she goes to get her tracks at the mall,
right?
Pow!
Right, but at the same time,
we got a whole bunch of dead cats.
Yeah, but like what she said in the footage, today on The View was basically it's not white people who was threatening her. It was us who was threatening her.
Right. Where do you think she live? I think she live in Atlanta.
Exactly.
They gonna get her at the Ku Klux Klan mall and drag her by her hair. Her hair made a cat. She got the new weave.
I don't have Jennifer Holliday money, honey. It might be because it's. I don't got Jennifer Holliday money, but me personally, I feel as though like I said, once I kind of came out, and even being on this show, because I'm pretty sure the headline says Trump supporter, I'm putting a lot of myself out there. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
Every Tuesday at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back with this week's Hump Day Discourse. It is Dr. Wren. I wonder if did y'all forget me? Did y'all miss me over winter break? I'm back. I got my boy Will Funk in the studio with me tonight, and we are talking about alternative New Year resolutions. So we just finished talking about sexercising, working those muscles,
they actually have a name that I can't pronounce because I know women are going, oh, my kegels. Yeah, that's part of it. But there's a real name for it. And it's a unisex name because both males and females have those same set of muscles. But don't forget, 10 times a day.
10 times a day.
Hold for 10 seconds or count to 10, right.
Okay.
10 times a day for a week. And we're going to talk about it when you get back. Right.
We'll see.
The other thing I was thinking was a New Year's resolution for most people is a new look, you know. So a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm gonna cut my hair, like a makeover, like new look." So I was thinking an alternative to your traditional. What's going now? Your traditional makeover is you messed that all up. Hold on, engineer to the rescue. So was my job. You got it. There we go.
Success.
Alrighty. See?
It's no broke no more.
Hashtag Nate to the rescue. I was gonna say instead of your typical cut your hair, get a makeover, wax your legs, wax your ass, you know, manscape, get a Brazilian. Like, I even think, but there's other ways. Like, how about getting costumes? Like role playing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like instead of, you know, or like, you know, wigs and, you know, like really like go in on being somebody else, like have superhero night. Can you imagine, you know, like Rogue having sex with...
Do it on a grand scale, you know, just
go all the way
Philly. I'm going to this club.
Right.
We don't know what we're gonna be dressed like. I don't know what she's gonna look like. She could change her hair.
But you have to have a some sort of something that attracts you to each other.
No, that's the fun of it.
So
you gotta find each other.
And search
worst
for
of the
one
worst,
another.
you got cell phones. You can always say, "Where are you?" I'm by the bathroom. You know, whatever you can find it. You know, say, "Okay, let's start from here." You know, but yeah, let's do something on the grand scale.
Yeah. I can understand that. I definitely like the idea of spontaneity, because spontaneity just makes everything better.
Okay, so.
But I do like the idea of people with costumes. Like, now if you said to me, "All right, we're gonna go meet in this club, and we don't know what club it is, but we both gonna dress like..." No, I'm saying like what kind of club it is. I mean, I'm saying not necessarily a fetish club or something, just like a regular club. And then you say, "All right, you know, I'm gonna dress as, you know, I don't know, Jean Grey. I'm gonna dress as Cyclops. You dress up as Jean Grey, and I'll meet you there." So then you know the girl, we gonna have one of the little X-Men suit. Both of us gonna have the X-Men suit on. I'm had a big red wig on. And we could be only motherfuckers in there.
Looking crazy as shit.
With costumes.
Hell yeah. We definitely find each other. Right. But let's go for it. Oh, here's one. I want to go to Hito. That's a Salacious one. I've heard about Hito. Let's go to Hito.
Yeah, go to Hito. Wait, what's the spot? There's another one I wanted to go to. I was telling white people about it. Matter of fact, it's in Mexico. It'll come to me. That's another one I wanna go to because it's new. Why didn't you go to the spa?
Why didn't I go to the spa?
It was New Year's Day. We was at the spa. Everybody was naked. Like, I don't get it.
I had things to do. I had things to do. I had a house to clean.
Yeah, you was cleaning.
Because unfortunately I was working New Year's. You know, I was kind of looking at the naked people.
Right. Well, you would have went to the spa and looked at the naked people. Well, I mean, I guess it's all men on that side.
Yes. Not exactly my type of naked.
I enjoyed watching the naked people on my side of the naked.
I'm sure you did.
In 106-degree boiling water, relaxing every muscle.
It was like 170 degrees. Ain't no way in hell I walked in there and passed clean the fuck out. What the hell was that shit?
No, that's like cooking a lobster. Like
Exactly.
170 degrees.
My boy Breeze said he walked in that room, right the hell back out. He was like, "There's no way in hell that's gonna happen." I'm not breaking nothing, chef. Damn it.
That's just funny.
All right, I need suggestions. Let's hear what are y'all salacious New Year's resolutions?
Listeners,
what's on your sexual bucket list?
Put your sexual bucket list on the feed, and we'll go through some other alternative. Alternative resolutions, until we get a few ideas, and then you'll pick one. So you're gonna pick one. So people post the craziest, like nastiest, thought-provoking, weirdest, painfulest. I don't care. Go in.
Well,
Fat Life. And he's gonna pick one tonight, and that's what he's gonna do for 2018.
Oh my goodness.
So y'all pick. What do y'all want Will Funk to do for 2018? We'll be right back for that Hump Day Discourse on Salacious Live.
Winky is back on May 17th at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com. Oh, okay, yeah. Also on YouTube. I know the latest calendar. You think you recording? You a hard-headed yo.
Check out this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
Joining us right now is Mr. Antonio Long. He was one of our first See Baltimore artists. That tour is actually under construction, and we're doing some revamping and making sure the foundation is solid.
Yes.
So we haven't forgotten about it. So December we kind of took a pause, and we'll be back up and running in January. My mind is gone. Food. I need food. If you're in the downtown Baltimore area and you have a cheeseburger in your hand, definitely stop past the studio, give me a call, and let me know where you are, and I'll meet you wherever you are. But Antonio Long is joining us in the building. He's a singer, inspirational, not necessarily gospel, not necessarily R&B, but encompassed of both of them. So let us know a little bit about who you are, what you do. Singer.
Writer, recording artist, and I just like to make good music.
There we go.
From Baltimore.
So possibly we'll hear a little bit of it live, if he's not afraid, because we throw people under the bus.
Yeah,
talent-wise,
no doubt.
On this show, we got to see if you got the chops to sink or swim.
Okay.
We do it. We don't hold back here. We don't hold back here. But we'll definitely try to hear from him a couple more segments. So let us know about your music. So do you have an EP coming out, or is it one in the making?
I just released the EP, actually, October 28th.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Life. Yeah.
So what was it like making that?
It was fun. This is my first... it's 8 songs on the project, so it's kind of a little more lengthy than your typical EP. But I put out a mixtape last year, but this is my first official project. Everything else has been singles. So
you're singing your own music.
I'm singing my own music.
Did you write it?
All original music. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was fun. The creative process was fun. I worked with Junior Lee. With Faith Junkie Productions. He's based out of Delaware. And it was fun. I was going up there. 2-3 times.
It was business because it's your money on the line.
Definitely.
Right. No major labels.
Yeah, no doubt. It was fun. It gave me. There's more work than what I expected. Honestly, because
you're doing a bunch of different. You're writing and the performer in it, so that's 2 big jobs right there.
Yeah, it was definitely. But creatively, it was great. It was great collaborations. I also worked with Anthony Johnson. He produced a song off of the EP. He's from Virginia. And I worked with So For Real Productions.
You deal with some legit individuals, okay?
Yeah.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artists, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back. We are back with this week's Hump Day Discourse. We are talking about alternative resolutions for New Year's, New Year. We have asked people to put in the feed what is on their sexual bucket list because Will here has not made a salacious resolution. And he will make that.
It's going to be the same one that I do every year.
Anyway, he's going to make, I know what that one is, so we're going to make a new Salacious resolution. For Will, put your favorite sexual bucket list things in the feed. We are going to go from there. We are going to pick one by the end of the show. We are. Shout out to Keisha and Winter. Well wishes, love and light to Winter. Oh, and my brother Ray is watching. Hey, Ray. He's like, uh-oh. So anyway, I have another normal resolution that we are going to find an alternative for. All right?
What is this?
Get more education.
Get more education. Okay.
So, that's a normal resolution. Most people will be like, yeah, in 2018, I'm going to start my degree, or I'm going to go back to high school and get my GED, or whatever. Get more education. I'm going to take a trade or go to driving school, something like this. Always get more education, right? So, I'm going to set an alternative resolution would be he said watch and study porn. So
That's such a very vague. What kind of porn?
Oh gosh.
See?
I have a whole different take on that. I think people should study the Kama Sutra because most people, even if you read it the year before, you should read it again. Because every time you read it, you get a little bit more information. You learn it just a little bit better, and that's important. The other thing I would suggest is people to take classes. Like there are classes. There are sex classes, sexology classes. But that's a rated PG type thing. You shout out to AJ Pole Dancer. That's something rated PG. But I'm talking about like serious sexology classes. So most fancy toy shops, and we're talking toy, not toy.
Yeah.
Okay. Most fancy toy shops have sexology classes.
Really?
Yeah. So Babeland in Seattle, Washington, that has a sexology class. What's another one that you would know off the top of your head? Like a famous one. Like Good Vibe, well, I know you. Good Vibrations in San Francisco. That's another one that I know has a really, really good sexology class. And then, of course, Pleasure Chest, in New York. And they got their second.
I don't know about Pleasure
Yes, you do. Pleasure Chest in New York and Pleasure Chest in LA. They also have a sexology class. Or you could just, shameless promotion, you could join the conclave and come to my class. And I can teach you the things that you need to learn. I think that is a good alternative resolution to education. What do you think?
I think that sounds like a wonderful plan. I think I need to look up some of these places and plan a vacation or 3. I think studying and learning a fetish. A lot of people think this is what this fetish is, but you really have no clue. Look it up.
I think people need to, learn a new technique.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? Like, take a little bit of leeway, a little leverage, maybe take a shot, because people get all tense. I'm scared to do this. Or holla at Ginger Bud Man. He got you too. But I think people need to learn a new technique. And it's funny because I lean more towards men than women on this particular one. Because typically speaking, men are more inhibited than women are. Not from what you will do to a woman, but what you will allow to be done to you. You are way more inhibited. Like you'll say, I'll spank the shit out of her, or I'll fuck her in her ass, or I'll put my dick down her throat. Yeah. You're not inhibited on doing things to her. Now, flip side, are you inhibited on being pegged, or are you inhibited on being milked, or having a rusty trombone performed on you, or something like that? Like, so I think men should be like Bree said, less inhibited.
Trust issue.
Learn a new technique.
Trust issue.
I think another regular resolution, since we're talking about trusting things, I think another new, normal resolution is to be more adventurous, like go do things that are more adventurous. So let's take a salacious spin on being adventurous. New toys.
New toys.
Like the rider. You know what? The rider.
I've heard about that.
Go look on my page, guys. On Salacious Life, there is the toy that I'm talking about, call it a rider, where it straps onto you like book bag straps, you know, and you can be
a jockey.
A jockey. You can be a jockey.
You can be a jockey.
Women can't throw it in your face later. Right. I agree with that. Women shouldn't throw it in your face later.
Yes.
But I definitely agree that being more adventurous and trying some taboo sex acts and, you know, new toys, Absolutely. You know, like let's go to these toy stores I just mentioned.
New techniques.
Learn new techniques in the classes and let's get some new toys while we're there.
I think everyone, I think another thing with men and women, we have a tendency to watch porn separately.
Instead of watching it together.
Watch it together.
Watch it together.
Let's try this.
But see, that's because men will be like, let's try this. And we'll end up splitting her in half. And she's like, no, yo.
Necessarily. But see, that comes through the selection. Woman, you should select the porn. Select the porn.
So then but see, then you be mad at her when she selected dude with the big dong King Kong hanging from his body and hanging past his knees. And then she's like, yeah, I wish you had a big dick like that. Then y'all be mad.
That's just disrespectful. That's just disrespectful. That's just crossing the line, damn it. That's just crossing the line. But I think, yeah, we need to watch them together.
I think you should watch porn together.
Matter of fact, do your research. You go on, you know, because I'm waiting for them to come
Learn something new. We're going to back up a resolution. Learn something new.
X videos part 2 because I watched that whole first. I watched the whole one. So they need to come up with X videos part 2. X videos. So that we can watch it together. Oh, you go in there and find stuff. And just put in some weird, put in something weird.
You watched the entire
I watched the entire thing. So we need part 2.
So X videos, we need an X videos, X videos, because apparently this man is addicted to porn.
I'm not addicted. I just like it. It's a difference.
Chef Keisha said, be voyeuristic. Ooh.
Watch.
Voyeuristic.
Watch. And see, I like to watch.
Oh, absolutely.
I like to watch. That's probably my thing.
I like to watch.
I like to watch.
Will needs to teach a class.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Kathy, what do you know that I don't know?
That's a good question. What have you heard?
I'm only owning up
to what have you heard? Don't tell everybody. Let me know first. What
That's funny.
Figures it'd be Kathy. It figures.
That's what Kathy said.
Okay, come on, Breeze. I need you. I need a good one.
Yeah, people, don't forget to put in the feed the sexiest, nastiest, taboo sex bucket list items that you can think of in the feed, because Will and I are going to pick Will's alternative New Year resolution for 2018 before the show is over. So people, don't forget, because I'm going to go back in the feed and I'm going to start looking, and if I see something like, I'm going to have sex missionary style without the sheet between us, I'm going to be super mad. So we just could go ahead and throw that out there now.
We need something that's kind of uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. We're talking bucket list. People dig into, see, you know why they don't want to put nothing up there. Because they don't want to admit that their names on it. So they nasty. Feel free to inbox us if you just feel too uncomfortable putting it in. Shoot me a text. You know, whatever you got to do.
Shoot me a text. It's on. Hey, dog.
That's so funny.
Frolicking in public.
Frolicking in public.
What
kind
of public?
And what kind of frolicking?
What kind of frolicking?
Does she mean skipping through the park? La 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 la.
Naked frolicking.
Naked frolicking.
Naked frolicking.
Because you just said frolicking. We could be fully clothed, skipping through purple dandelions. Not that those are real. In the middle of the park, and people are just sitting there having picnics, and that would be nothing. That's not. Anyway, that's not bucket list. But people keep thinking, keep giving me all the information.
This is gonna be insane. Come on, y'all. I don't need y'all shy.
I just had to tell you. So, I was thinking of another normal, plain, white toast
Okay.
Resolution. And that would be, people say I'm going to invest this year. You know. So I was thinking, what is an alternative resolution for investing?
I'm going to invest into a sex swing.
A sex swing. That is an investment. New toys are a great investment. I was thinking just something simpler. Let's see. Pay for play. Oh, invest. Like, invest.
That's a serious investment.
That's an investment. Yes, pay to play. You know, speaking of pay to play, did you read the article on the sugar baby who makes over $1 million a year?
Yeah, but did you see her?
Yeah. I know. But shit, she like looks like that and makes $1 million a year. Like, what could I make?
We have hope.
We have hope. There's dreams. So apparently, Will is open to a sugar mama.
Oh shit.
I am open to a sugar daddy. We're only looking forward to people who will spend at least $800,000 a year.
Oh my god.
Okay, so we're gonna go with $900,000 a year. So, because otherwise it's just not worth it to us. So people, again, don't forget to put your bucket list on.
Okay, and here's another.
Invest. No way. Oh.
No sex in the bedroom.
Yes. Travel. There's an alternative to travel because people always say, "Oh, this year I'm going to travel." Travel. No sex in the bedroom. You can have it everywhere in the house. And you know me, I like the public shit on the side of the road.
Two words. Spin cycle.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Especially on a heavy load.
Put that ass on the washing machine and you can have a nice meal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have a nice
dessert.
meal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you get a little extra vibration with it.
While you're, I get it.
Spin cycle.
Spin cycle.
Spin cycle.
That is a good alternative to travel.
Bree said take it out of the house. Yes.
Yeah, take it out of the house.
Yeah, middle of the yard. See if the neighbors catch you.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not? I mean, really, like, and grass sex can be really, really cool. Like, comfortable, depending on your grass and if it's dewy, you know, dewy grass.
Moist grass.
Dewy.
That's moist.
No, she'll be moist. The grass will be dewy.
And she'll be done.
Okay. So there's an alternative resolution to traveling. So we have outside is a good thing. Except, I don't care how good they taste. No sex on the beach. Sand in my proper places will not work for me.
Although I have had sex in a public park.
I've had sex in a public park.
Broad daylight.
Yeah, but not on a beach.
I was on a bike trail. So it's kind of weird because
people riding by.
Comes over the hill.
People riding by.
We got lucky.
I definitely think public parks are good places, except for, you know how we got in Maryland those damn beaches. I don't want no sand near me. No sand. No sand.
1 grain of sand.
No sand.
It could ruin some things.
I mean, what happens to 1 grain of sand in an oyster? A whole damn pearl. A whole pearl. Yeah. Right? Well, my shit gonna get whole hard. I'm like, nah, it's like, it's gonna lock down. Get locked down on you. Yeah. So, yes, no sand.
Nude beach.
Nude beach. No, that's a good resolution, is go to my first nude beach. Nude beach. I think that would be a good idea, because especially if you've been hearing me all of 2016 saying live unapologetically, hopefully you've gotten it through your head that you're perfect the way you are, and you'll go in and take it off and give a fuck about what other people think. I think that's definitely something that'll push you to your edge. I think it's a good morale booster. That's something you should do early in the year if you can. If there's a nice new beat somewhere hot, that way because you feel good about yourself. And you got the whole year.
That's because you had your regular New Year's resolution and you worked out for like 2 weeks, so now your body's all good.
You went to the new beach, and now people making you feel good about yourself. And then you take that momentum and you fuck 2008 all the way up. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Absolutely.
See? New beach.
Sex club.
Sex club. I think multiple partners is an alternative resolution. Like, if you haven't had sex with more than one person at the same time, you have not lived. So, until you do, your New Year's resolution should always be have sex with more than one person.
I think everyone should experience.
I think everyone should experience that. If you're lucky, 3, 4 people. That's like a straight up orgy.
Me plus 3. That's my list.
That's his list.
That's my list. It's been my list for the last 10 years.
That's why we are changing his resolution this year. We are past the 3 women and him resolution, and we are going on to you guys' deep, darkest, nastiest thoughts ever. I want those bucket list items on there because tonight, before we finish this show, we are going to pick a brand new 2008 alternative resolution for Will Funk. Aren't you ready?
Yes. Oh my goodness.
What's the
Folk man, what's up, bro?
Another alternative for traveling? Because we talked about outside, we talked about going to the nude beach. You want to travel.
Okay, Hedo. Where's some more destinations like Hedo? What's the beach up in Jersey?
Oh, yeah.
Prison?
I did not say prison.
I didn't know what you said. It looked like prison from here. I didn't know what it came out as. It might have started as something else in your head, but it came out as prison in my book. That's all I got.
I did
not going to do that one. Not going to do that one.
That is not a sexy destination.
Yes.
I did not say prison. I said Brazil.
Who? Brazil? Oh.
Yeah, Brazil.
Don't ask me what the hell I heard. Excuse me.
Brazil.
Okay,
not
Brazil.
All right. I think that's
Brazil.
For you lovers out there, less salacious, there's always Paris. The most romantic city in the world.
I guess you could probably run around naked in some parts of Paris.
Oh, shit. Let's go to Amsterdam where voyeuring is the norm.
For true.
Absolutely.
For true. Absolutely.
We could go out to the bush in Africa and just watch naked people. Because that's what they believe, so they will always be naked.
Okay. But is that sexual?
No, it's not for them.
No, it's normal. Just walk around naked. Okay. Kind of like a gynecologist. You just see pussy all day.
Right.
But do you get tired of seeing?
I was wondering, would you become immune? is that a thing? You get immune to pussy? I just saw it all the time.
No.
I don't think so.
No, because we haven't seen them all.
Mm-mm. And I'd have to
you
literally...
still want to see the next one.
Right, I would literally have seen them
still
all
want to see...
to give up on the pussy there. I'm just not there. No. What's another place? The Down Under just sounds dirty.
He's for the Down Under. Down Under.
The Down Under.
The Down Under.
You call that a north? This is a north.
This is a north. This is a north.
Right. I can't stop laughing. I can't fuck with you. I can't even talk.
Your idea.
It was not my idea.
This was your idea. I was minding my business.
You were not.
Getting rubbed down in the cage.
You were getting rubbed down in the cage. That was Salacious laugh.
Shout out to the Crucible DC.
Shout out to the Crucible DC. Absolutely one of my favorite BDSM dens. So definitely shout out to them. Yeah, it's one of my favorite ones. So and every time I go there, it's like a little bit better. Like they've just done something that makes it just a little bit better. I've been there before, and the last time, like the St. Andrew's Cross didn't have leather. And then it was only one.
What was it, like duct tape?
No, I think it was like rope or something. Okay. But rope was fine. But it was nice to see the additions, just the different dens with the locked rooms. Like I locked a couple in the room while they was fucking at the show, and then I opened the little slider door because I could look in. I locked them in. They like, can we get out? I'm like, did you get off?
Are you done yet?
You're done.
So. Go ahead.
Right, try again.
dragging. That closed the little window.
Okay. New toys.
Yeah. So new toys. You know, like get your own St. Andrew's cross. Like I want a new one for 2018. It's not my alternative resolution, but it'd be nice to get a new But with a new St. Andrew's cross, I also need to get a new ceiling height.
Yes.
Because you need a big old swing. You know, like I wanted Be Exposed Radio to get a St. Andrew's cross for Salacious Light.
Oh my God.
I think it would have been dope. We would have put it somewhere.
And who would we put on it?
Whoever the guest on my show would have been.
So I'd be strapped to a cross right now while people pick out my New Year's resolution.
And I flog
my
you
alternative. Oh my God. And I'm getting my ass wet. Okay.
Well, they didn't get me a St. Andrew's cross for my first Christmas, or for our birthday, because me and Monty share a birthday. We did not get a St. Andrew's cross for Be Exposed, nor did we get the ceilings raised higher so that we could flog people in here. So, lucky for you, you are not tied to the cross in the studio.
The cage was enough. Cage was enough.
She didn't even hardly do anything.
Exactly.
That was not enough. We were in the crucible.
Oh, I didn't know what was going on. I had no clue what I was getting myself into. Kind of like this. Y'all have a habit of setting me up.
I don't know what you're about. You offered to do this. But anyway, you were like, I want to be on your show. I want to be on your show. I said, you sure you want to be on my show? I want to be on your show. Now, you had a few when we were having this exchange.
I didn't even know about the show. That show's about you and I.
That's
my story. Sticking to it. That's my story. Sticking to it.
I was like,
I don't know about the show.
I was like, hold up. No, because you really did.
I could have sworn I didn't.
So anyway, that's how it went down. That's how it went down. So I definitely think, let's see, what's another typical resolution?
I want to save money. Okay, you want to save
money.
Okay. Okay, but save money for what?
Right. You could save money. I'm going to save money. Every time they give each other head, the other one has to put $1 in the jar. They save money.
I think $5.
$5 in the jar. $5 in the jar.
$5.
So you got a couple, right? And
if I give you a mustache run,
I have to put $5 in the jar, right?
Okay.
So there's a competition.
Exactly.
You know, it's a competition, but it's also a competition, like
exactly.
You know. So and you're trying to get the job filled. Can you imagine how many blowjobs and head jobs and pie eating contests there are by the end of the year?
You probably be labeling them. This is the $5. Remember Philly? This is the countertop in Philly. This is that special $5. Really?
You have enough to go on a cruise, like a nice one, or like, you know, some Mediterranean something or another.
Or Hito.
But in a year, so there you go. Save money.
Okay. Save money.
In a salacious way.
Come on, guys. I need suggestions. Bree said long sex is good, and he's guilty. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Okay.
Backseat love. That's fine.
Backseat love. I don't know if I can fit in the backseat anymore. That's folk, man.
You know, people.
What's up, bro?
People old. Everybody be contorting like that anymore. I mean, like, you know, pulling my leg all up here.
Kathy says set a goal for the money. Okay, Kathy, what's your goal for your nasty ass stash of $5? What is your goal? How about that? Let's see if you're brave enough. What is your goal for the money? What's on your sexual bucket list?
That LED. I mean, not LED. That new LED violet one, the new one with all the bulbs. Stop looking at me like that.
LED?
No, it shoots out electricity. And it has like a purple LED looking light to it. And like you touch it and you play with your partner with it. It's a toy.
Interesting. Okay.
A violet one. That's what I would want but that's what I would do with my $5. Like, that nigga would have zero soul. I would have sucked his entire life. His body be half inside out. Because when at the end of the year, that jar will be enough money in there for me to buy the one with all the attachments.
Or what's it, the Sibian? You want the Sibian machine?
The Sibian.
Yeah. Oh! Remote control panties.
Ooh. Now, if you put more money in, then yeah, get the vibrating panties. Not the remote control ones though.
Oh no, the remote control ones.
There's one that you control from an app in your phone. You be
Same
having.
thing.
No, the remote control one you have to be in the same room. The app, you can be across the fucking country.
Holy shit.
Right. Can you imagine the chick in
LA?
LA?
You sitting there right now,
and somebody's at
home.
Right. No, okay. I can't.
Somebody's at home tickling your fancy.
Like, she looks like she needs to come right now. Can you imagine trying to give a business meeting, like a speech? You know, you're like, profit margins are up. Food! Like, that sounds more like 69%. No,
This is too funny. Okay.
I'm just saying. So,
okay.
Vibrating panties, if the male one, and the violent one.
Oh. I think men need to have a woman put a vibrator on. I think so. I don't want it to be every day.
No, but once in a while.
Hit me off.
Yeah, with a vibrator.
Yeah. Make me sing opera. Skies is opened and the angels sang. Love the jar idea. Set a destination for somewhere to release your inhibitions. That's a perfect way to put that. Spend next New Year's Eve destination fucking. That's a good one.
Well, everybody fucks on New Year's.
Yeah, but where?
But did you have to look at me like that?
Where? Okay, this year it was. We went home this year, and then we had a whole year. Now, we're going to take this money and go somewhere else. And that's where we're going to be fucking.
Yeah. I would, if I had to fuck anywhere in the entire world. This is December, because we're going to go through a whole year, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I would fuck in December around the world.
Okay, I got mine.
What about the Spanish coast?
Yes.
And one of those like little cabin type thingies they got right there.
But see, when I think of little cabins, I think more of like someplace like Bali.
Or Bali, but you hit it on the Bali.
Yeah, you know.
And then one of them little ones that sit out in the middle of the damn field
with
and
the
shit.
With the glass floor to watch the fishes.
You can watch, yeah.
You know,
Bali, yeah. That's a good one. All right, guys, we're going to knock out 2 with 1 stone. We're going to invest more. I gotta take a break. We'll come back to all that. We'll be right back with Salacious Life.
But when I smoked weed, there was a D on that. When I smoked weed, my inhibitions actually weren't wild. You know, like I wasn't like, oh, I want to go fly on a kite or jump off this roof or something like that. No, it was quite the opposite. I was very laid back. I actually wanted to eat all the time. Gosh, and I never would get full. And I got sleepy. So I never wanted to go out and do something wrong, like break windows, drive under the influence. Definitely not drive under the influence. Because I wanted to go to sleep like very badly. Like, high sleep is the best sleep ever. Irresponsible child abusers are going to have free access. That's not the truth, because if they do legalize it, they're going to probably put the same stipulations they do for cigarettes. Now, if you are under 18 and you wind up getting a pack of cigarettes, then that's what happens. I had a pack of cigarettes before I was 18. So what? Because they was, cigarettes was in a machine that, it wasn't nobody standing there. Right, you just pull a little knob and get your little pack of Newports and you go about your business. Now they're not. Now they're behind the counter. So now you have to ask the old person that doesn't have any money, sitting outside asking you for $1. I'll give you $1 if you go get me some cigarettes.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Women a vibrator on them. You need to be more specific.
Oh, no.
We're coming back.
Okay.
We're back.
I got you.
We're
got
back,
you.
Mike.
Mike, we back. Leave me alone. Hush. Later. Goodness gracious.
Good Lord.
Okay.
See,
now, Mike needed clarification. Needed clarification. When I said use a vibrator on you, I didn't mean in you.
Why not?
I said on you. I had no parking in the rear.
And see, this is what I'm talking about men being open to, letting their guard down. And
I don't know about that. That's way down.
There's nothing else on a man that can go down.
I don't know. I'm scared to get my prostate exam, so I can't see nothing else happening. I'm like,
So no prostate milking for you. That's supposed to be the most amazing orgasm a man can ever experience.
At this stage in my life, I'm gonna pass. I'm just saying. I'm not that adventurous yet.
Be more adventurous.
Yeah.
Alternative resolution.
That's like the end of resolution. That's like,
I'm dying this year. I'm dying this year.
Whatever happens next year is not gonna touch this. No. I'm gonna have to pass on that one. Yeah. That was too funny. He said, you need clarification.
But he went in.
Yeah,
I was like, wait.
You needed to be specific. And I'm like, I did? I'm like, I did leave that kind of out there.
But still.
I didn't mean vibrate you. Vibrate you. There's a difference. Yeah.
I'm gonna vibrate you.
Yeah, vibrate.
That's what she gonna say.
That's what I got. She gonna vibrate.
How would she do that? Stimulate that prostate, apparently.
You're just making me so uncomfortable. Look, I'm doing my 10 seconds right now thinking about it.
You're 10 seconds. 7% every week. According to whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't think it said hold your breath.
I think it said that's kind of what's gonna happen when I go get my prostate done. I'm scared. I'm scared.
I just said.
Although
wait. But I told you to flex the muscles and hold it for the count of 10.
I held it.
You held everything.
Because
your whole body was on hold.
Yeah.
Like time stopped moving.
A little bit. It was on pause. Just a little pause action.
Yeah, well. It was funny. You were like, I was like, you don't have to hold your breath.
Hey, it worked.
Stop breathing and everything.
It worked.
Oh my gosh.
It worked.
That's funny.
Wait. Okay, so who, what, where? Yeah. Resolutions. Stranger.
Have sex with a stranger. That's a good bucket lister. Somebody you've never met, didn't even talk to, like
don't even want their name.
Don't even want their name. Don't even shit. That's a cool idea.
That'd be a good theme for a party.
Yeah, sex with a stranger.
Sex with a stranger. Everybody just show up single.
Right.
Everyone who's there is with it. You just gotta find that one.
Or so.
One or yeah.
So.
One at a time.
Why?
Why not?
Shh. See, because you have a penis. You have to do one at a time. I can figure out options.
I can do two at a time. I can do two at a time.
That's going to be awkward.
No.
They will. You like.
As long as I got a face, somebody got somewhere to sit.
Somebody can ride, and then somebody can ride your face,
Exactly.
Yeah. I was thinking more of you doing all the work. So I was like, God damn.
See, that's the problem. Okay, how about New Year's resolution for women? Y'all do the damn work. Y'all do all the work.
We do work on Salacious Life. We have a holiday known as Deep Throat Saturday. Women, please tell this man how we take care of things on Deep Throat Saturday. That is doing work. You know how hard it is to take an African American penis down your throat until he comes?
I have no clue how hard that is. I have no clue.
How hard are you when it happens? This is what I'm talking about. Granted hard. I thought you were getting ready to go. I going to continue with that sentence. I thought it was a sentence. I was like, granted what?
Not granted. Granted.
Right. But you black. You know, we ain't be more. Granted was what I expected.
Marble.
Granted.
Marble. Let's be more marble.
Marble. Right. We're
Marble.
right. Marble. Marble. This is beautiful.
Oh my gosh. What have I gotten myself into?
We're like an hour in, sir. You are in it.
I'm good.
You haven't gotten yourself into anything.
Luckily for me, I haven't seen any suggestions for my bucket list. So I'm allowed.
People, Darren, I see you listening. E Dick, I see you listening too. Can I get some suggestions in my feed, because we are going to pick his 2018 alternative resolution tonight before we get off the show, and so that I can put it all over social media. His 2018 resolution, alternative one, of course.
That has been picked for me.
That has been picked for you, and we are going to follow you throughout the year to make sure, to see if you get it. There we go. This is our new thing. This is what we're going to do. We just going to have random ass video of you.
Awesome,
like, did you get it? Did you get it?
Yeah, every time. Yeah.
Did you get it? So make sure that's in the feed, people. I mean, we're talking bucket list, something salacious, something off the chain, out of this world, the most nastiest, the gruesomest, I don't know.
An orgy.
Orgiastic thing you can think of. I need it on the feed so that I can come up with his 2008 alternative solution. 2018. 18 alternative resolution, because I think you deserve one.
Okay.
I think
we'll see.
Now, remember we were talking about sex classes. I suggest that people take sex classes together, like with people, like either like your homeboys, your homegirls, or like your significant other. Like, I think that sex classes are better when you're with people. I know this is really random, but we didn't really dive into education. Like, we talked about where they could go, but we didn't really talk about like what could really be accomplished, right? Because like a Deep Throat Saturday, workshop masterclass for women would be great, because women need to know how to take a dick, swallow the dick, make the dick disappear. If you can't do that, then you shouldn't be giving head at all. So, taking those classes out, I wouldn't necessarily suggest that you and your girlfriend go take a dick sucking class, because it's probably that your dick should be sucking, and you'll probably be sucking a dildo as well.
No, not gonna do that.
You be learning. Look, but support. Look, if you want your dildo to disappear, why wouldn't you support your girl by going to her?
What if we do, like, pat on the back, like, go ahead, girl. Go ahead, you're doing great.
No, be like, it's like this, baby. With the plastic dick.
It's not gonna work with me. Not gonna work.
It's just moral support. Nobody's saying you're gonna actually suck a dick, and these are
but
artificial.
I get moral support when somebody's giving me head.
So you're gonna teach her while you're petting her in the head, like, good girl.
Not
this is good.
Like that.
No, fluff her like a puppy.
No,
good girl.
I think you gotta be verbal though. You gotta let somebody know. You got some people who just like they holding their breath the whole time.
Yeah, because they holding their muscles, and they don't realize.
10 seconds. But it's like
they don't realize they gotta hold their breath.
You have to guess, and I've heard that from women. Guys don't make noise.
Yeah,
I make noise. When you hit that spot, I'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether you pay attention or not, it's not my fault.
Right.
Right. But I give you the opportunity to learn what I like.
True. I'm with that. I think, and I think even vice versa. Like, y'all be thinking y'all like mastering this shit, and a lot of times we're just like being nice. And we're like, ooh. So, ladies, be honest, maybe. And this is not an alternative, like, actually be honest in 2018. Like, tell this nigga, you don't know what you want to eat. Niggas, hear her when she says that. Yeah. She's not indecisive. She doesn't know what she wants.
Ladies, I do not mind if you grab my ears, inch to the left, right there. Okay, I got you. I can deal with that.
So, there you go. But ladies, be honest, if he is not banging it out right, tell him, move to the left, move to the right, a little bit up, a little bit down, take your time, slow it up.
Deeper.
Whatever makes it work for you, make sure he knows what works for you.
Absolutely.
You know, because I think too many women aren't being honest in the relationship. They're making guys think the dating game all over the place.
One. That is a good one.
I didn't get it yet. What was it?
It says my resolution should be I should have a reverse gangbang. At least 5 women have their way with me.
Oh.
Londa, I love you. That's a
good one. That's a good one. But I mean, what happens come December? You just gonna be like paying bitches to come if you don't got your 5?
I'm not paying for shit. I can get for free.
You can get 5 women for free.
It could happen.
Okay.
But would it be 5?
No, we're
talking
5. No ugly.
But then again, you never know.
No, it can't be no ugly women.
It all depends. It's all
a reverse gangbang. You ever looked at the porn and somebody be ugly?
And yeah, but see, I'm critical. I look at some people like it's a good thing she does porn because she probably couldn't make money doing much else. It happens. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they're all.
Do you judge women on their face or they gorgeous down there?
You talking about sexually?
No, when you're talking about gorgeous. Are we talking
No,
about like
we're talking
face
about
and
the complete package. Package, you know, especially with porn, you got those the big boobies, girls with the no ass. You know what I'm saying? That's not sexy.
You need proportion.
It's all about proportions. You know what I'm saying? It's all about proportions. You know what I'm saying? You can have no titties.
Happy New Year, Mark.
And be absolutely gorgeous.
Absolutely. Just don't have a big old ass, but you're no titties. I don't mind a little bit of ass, but not like huge. I need a little bit.
Not a huge
I need things relatively in proportion. Like you have a little bubble butt, like little, right there. I'm good with that. And then small breasts, no problem. Or if you do have a butt, please have breasts to go with it. Or if you do have breasts, please have a butt to go with it. That's the worst one, is when you see big breasts and no ass. Like that girl coming from the front, you be like, damn. And she turns inside, you be like,
it's gone.
What happened?
It's gone. That's what I call that's a 300 meter beauty. You see her from like 300 yards away, you be like, ooh, she's fine. And she get like 200 meters, you like, she all right. 100 meters, you be like, oh. Walk past you, be like, what the hell was I thinking? You know, so.
Do you actually feel regret? Do men, like, all right, so I know men are horn dogs, right? And
time out. Stop right there. Y'all are horn dogs too.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't say we weren't. Yeah. I just pointed out that men were horn dogs.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure.
I didn't say women weren't.
Fair.
I didn't say, let's talk about men, you know, and women are not. No, we're not, you know, angelic creatures. I mean, we are. We angelically steal your soul. Anyway, men are horn dogs, right?
Yes.
Do you guys, like, really look at women from, like, 500 feet, be like, hold up, can I holler at her? And then, like, waiting for her to get close enough. Like, do y'all really do that?
I know with me, it's all in what grabs my attention.
So, do you think it's her energy that's grabbing your attention, or really how she looks? Because you can't see.
Oh, well, from that distance, it could honestly, it could be the way she's moving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could be the way she's moving.
So she walking, she got them 2 cats in the bag going like this, fighting each other, and you like, all right, and then she come up close to you. Or she could be
beautiful standing still, and she start walking, and she can't walk in the heels. It's like, I'm done. That does nothing for me. You know, like your knees hurt. You know, I mean, it's a lot of things. It's what? No, sexy doesn't have a size. Let's be for real. Sexy is not a size.
But
it's a woman
who can't walk in heels just mess it up for you.
Yeah.
So you're a heels man.
Yeah. I don't know.
See, and that's something that would be the gift that gave to both. We could get a nice pair of pumps with the money out the head jaw. And then it would give to you and
I could pick them. They gotta have the
right
angle. That way
they have to have the.
That way they don't come flying.
You have to have the ankle strap.
Got it. Concussion or something.
Or have a heel stab through your head.
Exactly.
You go in the hospital like, what happened? We were having sex.
Exactly.
I don't remember my name.
See what had happened was, you know it's about to be a lie. See what had happened was,
you couldn't think of nothing because you have a heel in your head.
But sir, I didn't get in your ear. See, she was a little more flexible than I was.
We need to take a break. We'll be right back with Update Discourse.
And I bobbed when I should have weaved.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artists, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
As busy as you are, because they're good at itemizing their time, and they actually have a passion for what they do. One of the biggest lessons that I learned, I get to say this on Where, was finding people who are not only interested in doing what you need to get done, but people who have a passion for it, because that will eliminate the idea of people just working for a paycheck. Right. Because when people sign up for a paycheck, we all had jobs where we slacked off, where we stole away in a little storage room. Fell asleep. Thank you.
I saw a meme the other day that had Bart Simpson and the little boy with the glasses. I didn't watch the show, so don't be mad at me. Don't send me no daggum messages. The little boy with the glass, Millhouse, that was his name. He's showing him a cave, and it says, when you're asked to show around the new coworker, and it says, this is where I come to cry. Cool.
Wavy is back on May 17th at 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com. Oh, okay, yeah. Also on YouTube. I know the latest calendar. Recording. You a hard-headed. Oh, yo.
Hey everybody, check out what you missed on the one and only Be Inspired radio show. Our topic tonight is the spirit of Thanksgiving. And I have in the studio with me my husband, Titus James. Woo.
Titus.
Hello.
Titus James.
We up here. We like off the chain because we not, it's right before. Like I say, it's right before a holiday. Everybody's thinking about that plate they're gonna get and their take-home plate.
Right now, people are mapping out their the logistics of like the houses that you go to, because there are some houses that you go to for breakfast in the morning.
Right.
That's just me.
Right.
And then there are houses that you go to early. Like Brandy Mom, she likes to get you in there early, so that's like 3 o'clock.
That's early.
Yeah, that's early.
But some people.
But that's not. Her aunt and uncle, they have Thanksgiving at 12 noon.
Yes. Yes.
It's still dinner. It ain't brunch. It's macaroni and cheese.
Yes.
Do they go out
12 noon.
Do they go out
Sometimes, nope.
Oh, they want you to leave?
No, they sit there, they eat, they like play games, talk.
Well, I guess it's better than having it at night, because then it's late.
Yeah, you be sleepy all day. Because you sitting there, you eating all day.
And then the game come on.
In Virginia, they start early in the morning with waffles and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But the waffles don't start all the way straight through dinner. They still making waffles, frying fish all day long.
Laugh that loud.
But then there's everything else in there too, turkey and all that the regular stuff. But they frying fish and making waffles all day long.
They never stop.
It's like fish, waffles, it's fried potatoes, all kinds of stuff.
What happened to the rest of the Thanksgiving food?
That's what I'm saying. No, all of that is there. But the special part about it is that everybody's coming because they want to eat a piece of fish.
Oh, okay.
Or they want a waffle.
Oh, okay.
So you be there all day long. You eat your waffle, your fish, and then you go and sit down somewhere and you play games and stuff. And then you come back later on if you want another waffle. Got the iron's hot.
They just keep it going.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
What the hell am I doing with my eye?
Oh, we're back.
Oh, my bad.
Hump Day Discourse. What would you do with your eye?
No. Just blink on the click?
Whatever you gotta do.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, man. Okay. But you think you'd have a hard time with 5 women, huh?
Yeah. I think
even with 2 feet, 2 hands, 2 lips.
Yes.
Nose.
But here's the thing. Oh, absolutely.
Eskimo kiss the fuck out of her.
But 5, because. And this is the thing.
Because then you can have one sitting on your face on this side and one sitting on your face on this way, as long as the smallest butt people were together.
Well, the big butt people might smother them. Okay.
Or they wouldn't fit.
That could be interesting. I could see 1, 2, 3. I could see 3, 4, 5. The fifth would be like over there, like drying off, drinking the Gatorade.
Yo, bro,
you ready for me to go back in, coach? You know what I mean? And then somebody gets tired and they go out and then it's fresh.
Tap out like some WCW type shit. Or WWE, whatever it's called.
I tried.
They gonna tap each other in.
Yeah. Girl, go get the ice.
Remember how they used to tag team matches on the...
Absolutely.
And they would take
but you gotta hold the corner.
Wait. And then he come running in and jump real big.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
right.
Can you imagine her tagging it? Come running in.
Rasputia my ass and shit. Blue. Smashed the bed and everything. Poor Norman. Yeah, that 5. Wow.
That's so funny.
It's not funny.
It is funny.
A lot of you on the receiving end of a Rasputia.
You just said 5 at one time.
5? I mean, that was a suggestion.
Yeah,
that was
but Rasputia just came in, and so you couldn't do 4 in a Rasputia?
4 in a Rasputia? Dang. I don't know. Rasputia was vicious.
She knew what she wanted. And how she wanted it. And where she wanted it.
See,
and when you was going to give it to her.
But see, that's a turn off. That's a turn off to a point. Dated a girl one time, and she had to have it the same exact way every time. And then tried it the first time, I was like, okay, look, potential. Went the second time, I was like, okay, that was like the first time. But let's see. Third time, it was the same thing. It's what she had to do to get off. And I was like, I'm done with that. That's boring.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people were that way. I think they figured out their one thing. Like, I know people who need both hands to jerk off. They do this whole thing. They need both hands. You know, most men just right-handed or left-handed. They need.
I challenge every man out there to buy a male, some type of sex toy that's good for the man.
Yeah. I mean, the cock ring at the very least. You know, a vibrating cock ring. There you go. We were talking about the vibration for a man, vibrating cock ring.
I wonder if that would fuck up my concentration.
It would. It's like playing Scrabble. You had to focus, nigga.
You must focus. Yeah. Okay.
You in there like must give the day.
You doing algebra. X plus Y minus Z equals the square root of. You gotta get your mind off of the subject. You got to concentrate on something else.
Because it's gonna be over.
Yeah.
Before it began. It'd be over before it began.
Oh, God.
Can you imagine if you didn't even get in, nigga, and you was already coming?
Yeah.
Like you was headed over. You got the vibrator going.
You catch it
you didn't even
to the bed.
Right. And then you get to the bed and it's like,
Good. What you say? Good. No, you didn't. Oh,
good. And you didn't even get in there.
They didn't get in there good. That's interesting.
I've never heard a man go before. I'm used to the you know the I haven't heard the
that's when you're trying to hold it. I'm not gonna cut.
Oh, that's the because I'm used to men just going I'm like, what's that?
But see, I mean, that's another thing. A lot of men
ready.
don't. See, that's the thing. I think you need to know.
But I mean, some of those men sound like they're gonna vomit.
That's because y'all done drunk it up from the base of their balls. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when it comes out, it just brings everything with it. Fellas, we gotta be more verbal.
Yeah.
We gotta be
if
more
that's
verbal.
If is how you feel, then yeah.
I love for a woman to tell me. When we're first getting into it, and I really don't know. If you come and let me know, because whatever I did, I'm gonna do it again.
But then, don't you get used to that girl who only wants sex the same way?
No, I'm gonna find another way
to do the same thing.
I'm gonna find another way. Another angle to hit the same spot. See, that's the key. Is you gotta figure out what that spot is.
Were you good at geometry?
Geometry, I'm very good.
Okay, I'm just curious.
I'm a construction dude, so
yeah,
angles and things I'm good with.
It's good to know how to drive a nail.
Absolutely.
So
straight. Yeah, you gotta hit it on the head.
Absolutely. Ladies, you hear that? Hit the nail on the head. So anyway, what were we talking about?
I have no clue. We have gone left.
Look, we have not gone left. We have moved into a Salacious life.
Okay.
Eventually we'll move back, but for now.
From now, it's just every man for himself at this
No,
case.
we were talking about the alternative resolution.
Alternative resolutions.
About cock rings and things of that.
Yeah, guys, we gotta be a little bit. Let's be adventurous, fellas. Let's be adventurous. You know what I'm saying? Let's be adventurous because we're all quick to go to the sex toy store and look for
and
stuff
get something for her. That's what I was talking about.
This is an anal training kit. Don't you want that? Starts with the little one. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's what y'all want.
Let's find some stuff for us.
Right.
Let's really find some stuff
Like
for
us.
For me.
Right.
Something that I can
Specifically
use
for men.
for me.
Like.
It'll help you.
Like the rider.
The rider.
That's yeah.
I can't wait to pull it out of the box. I have to figure out. I have some.
It's comfortable. Did you? Oh, you didn't try it on at the thing?
What the hell would I try it on?
Everybody was trying it on.
Were they?
Well, yes.
Well, in that place,
because it was great.
I'm not surprised.
But it felt like a book bag. It was comfortable and it held you real good, so you weren't like all wobbly all over the place. Like you were right there, and then that nice hole. It had a nice
like a jet ski, not like a jet ski thing.
Right. Right.
Madam Cowboy.
We gotta.
Yeah.
So buy something for us.
For us, not for her.
Not for her.
For us.
Oh, you know what? Do I need to take a break? Oh, I have 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Something for us.
Something for us.
You know.
Let's not be selfish.
Now, ladies, just so y'all know, even though I was talking about a vibrating cock ring for him, it does help us, especially if he's hitting it from the back, because it'll come right up against that clitoris and give you all kinds of stimulation. So, guys, get the cock ring. Don't come before you get in the pussy. Ladies, you should come in addition to the penetration. On that note, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back with this week's Hump Day Discourse on Salacious Life.
Be Exposed Radio.
Let me do that.
There's certain things for everybody.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
There's a time and a place for everything. Maybe if I'm sitting down reading a book and then I'm like, all right, cool. Let me throw this Lupe on, get this real lyrical going on, and maybe I see a whole nother side of something. But if I'm sitting down with a bottle, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. Like, you might turn on the right Lupe song, you feel me? And because I'm drunk, I'm going to get lit for it. But, yeah, for the most part.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Shepsworth Bentley. And make sure you guys check out Homegrown Radio every Sunday, 7 to 8 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com. It's new, fresh, Baltimore radio.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the home of Talk Lately with Monty, every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Be Exposed Radio.
Definitely not taking responsibility for other people's emotions and things that's going on, and owning up to who you are. I know that's what you were finishing on. So you can speak more on that, sister.
Yeah, just making sure, because at the end of the day, what happens to us, especially women, we're nurturers. So by life, you know, we tend to want to, I call men projects, like fix me uppers, people that come with issues. And for some reason, I mean, people, we all have issues, but people who like want you to help them through their issues, you know? So we take on projects because we get to the point to where we're like, okay, I just want to have somebody as opposed to the quality of the person that you're getting. And then we start to own all of their issues, and we start to feel bad because things are not progressing the way that we want it to, you know, and that's not fair to us. So we can't own somebody else's stuff. If somebody's not ready when you meet them, that's not your fault. That's theirs. It's their loss. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, what's up? It's the man you all know and love, E. Digger, the host of the Charm City Direct Radio Show. Make sure you catch me and my crew every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I had got drunk one night. This is the night that I put my head through the window and everything. So.
Why would you?
Discourse. During the break, Funk and I were sitting here discussing why people make resolutions and why I think it's so important to make alternative resolutions. Now, we know why I think so, because I believe in loving life and being brave and living unapologetically. Everybody who listens to my show knows that. Probably everybody who knows me knows that. But we're talking about just the normal reasons why people make resolutions. And, you know, a lot of it did make sense, like what you said about wanting to change something overnight. You know, like on December 31st, you know, it's the last day. Tomorrow I'm going to start this new diet. You know, so I eat the entire
this whole Krispy Kreme donuts today because the diet doesn't start
until tomorrow. Monday. We really do that though. Like we'll put an extra 4,000 calories on the end of our diet or end of our pre-diet.
Yeah.
Just to go on a diet the next day.
Yeah, I mean, the same thing.
It's like if we started, you know, maybe 10 calories over.
Yeah. But see, and the thing is, if we wouldn't have made the resolution, would we really have eaten that dozen donuts?
Probably so, but we wouldn't have went on the diet the next day.
You're just greedy as hell. We probably would, but we probably wouldn't have. Just like okay, at start the beginning of the year, I'm not going to drink as much, so I'm getting fucked up for New Year's.
Right,
you know
because I'm not going to drink after New Year's.
What's the
point?
I'm
like, if you decided you're not going to drink, then just don't drink no more.
Just don't drink.
You don't need the goodbye drink, the celebratory last drink.
Exactly. The one for the road.
One for the road. That's it. One for the road.
Yeah. I mean, and I look at my grandfather. My grandfather, and it's a story that he smoked cigarettes. Mm-hmm. And one day he was driving home, and he got to coughing. And he threw the pack of cigarettes out the window, and he never smoked since. He didn't say, I'm going to quit one day. But I'm going to finish this pack. I'm going to finish this pack first. After this pack, I'm not buying no more. So I think we use this resolution. It's almost like a reason to be
mediocre.
Wrong. A reason to be wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Like just in case I don't keep this resolution.
Yeah.
At least I had fun. I tried. Because I started by eating 300 pounds of food. I dropped it down to 100 for 2 days, and now I'm back up to 300. Well, at least I tried. Why you eat 300 pounds of food in the first place?
It's a delay thing. I think it kind of slows us down sometimes, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like you wait till the end of the year, and you be like, okay, my doctor told me I got to lose weight. All right, I'm starting the first of the year. No, start right then.
Start right then, not the first of the year.
No, the doctor say you need to lose weight. Start right then. Don't wait till, well, you know, I got the tickets to that wine
affair. I got to look good.
You know, I got the tickets to the...
Keisha, be quiet.
What she say? Yeah.
No, because Keisha's not...
She knows food. Yeah, she knows she's food porn. But I think it's kind of a crutch. We kind of use it to delay things that we know we should do. So it's not necessarily a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing. I think it's good to want to better yourself, true. But I think we use this resolution as I don't have to get healthy until. When in all actuality, you should start right then and there.
Yeah.
Stop procrastinating. This is just another reason to procrastinate. Let's put it that way.
I agree. Because I do think people in general procrastinate.
Yeah.
It felt wrong. It's not like salacious.
No.
Like that word is salacious. Mm-hmm. It just slides off the tongue.
It sounds silky.
It sounds silky, right?
It sounds silky.
But procrastinate, it sounds harsh. Like it's something I don't want to do because I don't want to have to say that. You know, like I need something silky. Like if I said my New Year's resolution was to consistently eat chocolate for the rest of the month, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I don't eat much chocolate. So I'm thinking, okay, you know, this is what I'm going to do. I don't know if I could make a resolution that's not like the one that I've made. Something that I could consistently
What is your resolution?
Not lose my temper.
Not lose your temper?
Unless I'm losing that temper on that day. No, I'm just playing.
I'm angry dick. Okay.
But yeah, but that's been in since November.
But that's not salacious. You so busy trying to get me. What's your salacious? No.
We said we were going to pick yours.
That's so not fair.
You're Salacious. You're the guest.
I have
This
a
is
good
my
suggestion.
show.
I have a good suggestion.
Okay, what does it say?
The me plus 5.
Oh, the U plus
The
5.
reverse.
Well, we're going to doctor that up a little bit. Since we are on Salacious, like with Dr. Wren, we're going to doctor up the U plus 5. Let me think. What's a good way? Because this has to be hard. It can't be something easy. Like, this has to be something you work towards for the entire 2018. And since we need proof, we're going to mix that together. You need to be you plus 5 on tape.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
So let's see if you can convince 5 women to have sex with you at the same time on tape. You've got 350.
360, how many days?
61, 62.
Something. Oh, my God.
All right.
Londa, this was your suggestion. You're going to have to help this.
So,
get me caught up.
So everybody who is listening, y'all need to support me on this. We are going to be checking in with Will Funk throughout the year to find out and to retrieve evidence of him with his. That's why you have to say on tape.
I'm not gonna lie about it.
Men lie on the dick all the time.
Not this one. I'm scared it might fuck up my stroke.
So we need on tape. Will Funk plus 5 on tape.
What the hell have I got myself into?
Absolutely nothing. You're on Salacious life.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 at one day. Not 5 at one time. No, we're talking about 5 at one time.
5
on tape. Not 5 at one day.
I think the 5
at one day. I think 5 at one time would be harder to obtain than the 5 at one day. On tape.
I think 5 in one day would physically drain me.
Yeah, I think so. Than 5 at one time. I agree. I would think so too. Now, at one time, on tape. Do I need to write that down for you? 5 at one time on tape for 2018. It's only 5. We could have said 18 for 2018.
Oh, hell no. Hell to the no. I tap out right now.
Didn't even start yet.
Yeah, because it's always going to be that one in the middle of it that just wants to do some soul searching, you know what I'm saying, and then just drain the shit out of you. And then the 4 of them going to have to play for a little while I get my mind right. You know what I'm saying? Y'all play for a little while I get my mind right.
Because the one in the middle.
That one just got carried away.
Well, we need you plus 5 on tape by 2018. You plus 1 plus the other 4.
What?
You plus 1 plus
Poly
4.
arrangement.
Okay.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That could be interesting.
That could be really interesting. As long as it's you plus 5, I don't care how you arrange that 5 on tape, because I need evidence. Because I don't think I really don't think it'll be that difficult for you to do.
Really?
That's what Kathy said.
I appreciate your confidence.
So,
I really
on tape, we're going to check with you. The last show would be, do they need to know they are on tape? It's against the law. Yes, they need to know.
Trying to give me fed time.
See, like, I think he took video of me without my knowledge, and I felt so.
I think that would work because I think we'd have to do it old school. We'd have to do a camera, and they would take turns filming.
No, because I said you plus 5 at one time on tape. If one is videotaping, that's you plus 4.
One could just pass it off to the next one.
Ain't no rotating.
It's still 5. Still 5. God damn, that's a lot of protein.
You better juice and water and everything else you need to do by the time you get that 5. Now, I mean, you have, we said 360 something days
to try to get it done.
Not even that long, because the last Salacious Life for the year is like mid-December. So because we take a winter break. Okay. So you have until my last Salacious Life show. It's about 50 weeks away.
Oh, have mercy.
You have 50 weeks to get 5 at one time on tape for 2018. Will Funk's
this was not my idea, though.
resolution.
That's what's been chosen for you?
That's been chosen for you. We are, we have to,
Damn.
Plus,
and I got standards to keep.
You plus 5.
They
Yeah,
gotta be cute.
I can write it down.
Oh, you going for real?
Yeah.
You know, duly noted.
All right, so we're gonna just make sure we say as for.
Really? You write it down all professional like?
Mr. Will Fuck.
The fuck did I get myself into?
Thou shall engage.
Engage.
What you think?
Yeah,
Engage.
I'll definitely be engaged.
In salacious activities. Right? I can't spell activities. Alright. With 5 or more.
Oh my god. Oh, more. Oh my gosh. 5 or more.
At one time.
One time. On film.
On film. Sign.
Oh, really? Really? You really gonna make it official?
Dr. Wren.
Kathy says she'll operate the camera.
There we go. So 5 plus Kathy on tape. Of a picture. In case they didn't believe I wrote it down.
She really wrote it. Oh my god. This is gonna be crazy.
Huh? Oh, yeah, you have decided.
Dang.
Yeah. See, that's why he's the brains of this operation, the engineer. Yeah. Yay, they decided that. Will Funk. Yes, let me see. We should have did some carbon paper so I could have a copy, but I'm gonna just take a picture.
Really?
And keep just in case. So we'll photograph this. Everybody's looking. I am photographing this. And then I'm going to give it back to him so that he does not forget that he has exactly 1 year.
No, I don't have a year. I have less than a year.
You have less than a year.
360, what's today's date?
Minus the 2 weeks before break. So you have about 330 something days to engage in salacious activity with 5 or more women at one time on tape. You can do this.
Oh, I see my boy Vega. Vinny Vega's in the house. Vega.
He can come on. He needs a New Year resolution.
Oh no, he might want to be on the show. That's my boy.
It makes me think of Pulp Fiction. Vincent Vega.
Vinny Vega. That's where it came from.
No.
That's where it came from. That is where it came from. That is Vinny Vega. That's my man. Vega, we need a sexual bucket list from you, bro. Don't let me down. Sexual bucket list. We're doing
December 10th. Thank you.
December
you have
10th.
till December the 10th.
I do not like him. I do not like him. He is just.
You have till December the 10th, 2018. So you have from the 3rd to the 10th to.
Wow. Whew. Okay.
Plus 5.
Okay.
One time on
All
tape.
right.
You
All
can
right.
do this.
All right.
Everybody, remind him throughout the year so that he doesn't forget. Because we're going to check back with him at the end of the year and see if he got his 5.
Yes.
Yeah. We're going to just check. We're just going to keep tabs on Mr. Funk here.
I'm going to do my white man can't jump stretches.
Look, whatever. 5.
5.
At one time on tape. Just the on tape part, because like you could probably get 5. You know,
I might be able to get caught in the room with 5.
With 5, but then
not on tape.
You got to get them to sign waivers and everything.
Yeah, man, nobody doing that.
Yeah, 5. You got till December 10th to figure it out. You might be curating all of them, and come November, you done got all 5. Like all year, you've been curating the players.
Yeah.
So by November, you good. Cuffing season, get it in.
Yeah.
On tape. And come back and be like, Dr. Wren,
Okay.
On tape.
We'll see. We'll see how this works.
It'll work.
What have I done?
You're on Salacious Life, and we were talking about alternative resolutions, and your alternative resolution happened to be a good one.
It wasn't mine.
It was the one given to you.
It was chosen for me.
It was bestowed upon you.
It was bestowed upon me. Yeah.
It was bestowed upon you. So
yeah.
I think it's a good idea because like we've been talking all night about, traveling, right? And we talked about investing, right? And education.
Absolutely.
That was a good one. Education.
Exploration.
We talked about traveling, yeah. And seeking out new lives and new civilizations to boldly go in it.
Really? This that Captain Kirk and the Green Chick thing. This Captain Kirk and the Green Chick. Yeah.
Yes.
I always thought he was a player.
Captain Kirk was a player.
He was. International.
Intergalactic
player.
What else did we talk about? Hold on, because we talked about several things. So we said education, traveling,
taking risks.
Right. Being less inhibited. Men specifically being less inhibited.
Yes.
Because y'all would pick a bunch of shit for us to do. Like, here's this anal kit, baby.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
you ain't buying nothing for you. Like, here's this flesh ball, baby. Like, here, you want this rubber pussy? Like, y'all ain't taking those risks. Or like, look, here we go. And then women going to you like, here's this anal kit, baby. It starts with a little one.
A gift, and it's an egg. And in the egg is like this thing you're supposed to use for masturbation. And I haven't tried it. So I guess I need to try it.
But that's not going to take the place of your +5.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, okay, I'm just
hell
saying.
to the no.
I just want to throw that.
Hell to the no.
I just want to throw that out there.
I need to get in shape, bro.
You got to get ready. +5 on tape with waivers. Because I don't want to be hearing you 5 years from now like, Wren, no, but you have to show it to me because I need.
Okay.
So I don't want anybody saying, well, I didn't know he was going to take me. And I need $4 million, Dr. Wren. No. Because I got a waiver.
You ain't getting a nickel.
Nope. You got that cum, you got up out of him. Have a good night.
Yeah. You got your protein.
You right.
You got your protein.
Absolutely. Go to the gym and work that out.
Church. Get it in. Okay.
So
what haven't we touched? What haven't we touched? We're missing something.
We're missing something. We talked about some things.
Being adventurous. Men being adventurous. Men getting out of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
I challenge every man to let his lady time down.
Yeah.
First of all, she's your lady, you gotta trust her.
You should.
You know what I'm saying? Because at some point she got to untie your ass. So you know she ain't gonna go
she
too
ain't gonna
far.
sit there and just let you rot.
Exactly.
Tied up because like nigga, you can't go to work if you locked or tied up. So you about to just go ahead and let her tie you up.
Try it.
Let her play with her toys on you. Yeah, I said it.
I'm pretty sure at the end of it, you're not gonna complain.
Right.
I'm pretty sure when it's all said and done, you are not gonna complain.
You're not gonna be complaining. So go ahead and have that little bit of fun. Get
out of your comfort zone.
Get out of your comfort zone. I think it's important that everybody new year, new you.
Yeah.
New year, new you. So, like you said, men, let your women tie up. Play with some toys. I think lingerie is a good idea.
Okay, I'll buy that. Because I'm uncomfortable. I'm thinking, would I wear it? Yes, I would. If it was for her, I would.
Yeah,
I would.
She wanted it. I think, we talked about new looks. I think men should invest in we talked about role play. Yeah, role play was a good one. Like, I think men should invest in more costumes. Like, girls who dress up, you don't understand. When we try and lay down, it take us all week to plan that night. We plan everything. We get with our homegirls. We picking out outfits. We picking out shoes.
That's another one.
I'm gonna need men to put a little bit more effort into
plan ahead, fellas. Don't make it a last minute thing.
Like, ooh, baby, we gonna do this. We kissing. We in the car. We driving home. Oh, let me stop at 7-Eleven and get a condom. Like, no, have the condoms there. Be ready. You know, have some oil. Like, rub her butt. Women love that. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Like, just rub the butt. Yeah.
I'm a good. I like rubbing ass.
You know, you know what the egg is.
What the hell? I know what the egg is. She playing on my phone.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I'm confused.
Oh.
So,
oh, for real? Yeah. You got set up.
Got it.
Yes, the egg.
The egg. But, what was it? Oh, I think men should, you know.
I think it's on us. Women
be good about it.
Trusting.
Like, call your homeboy and be like, yo, you know, she coming over here. What kind of candle your girl like? Or, you know, like, y'all need to, like, y'all don't share enough information. I'm not saying talk about, like, exactly what you're doing.
Yeah, we don't have to go into specific details.
But share information, like, yo, what kind of perfume you get your girl for Christmas? All right, I'm gonna go get that for my girl for Christmas. Or, you know, you happen, your girl came over. Ooh, his sheets felt so good. Oh, my girl said my sheets feel so good. Oh, what kind of sheets you got? Oh, I got them 1800 thread count Egyptian cotton off of the Pharaoh's butt. Right?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Share information. Men don't share enough information.
We don't, and I'm guilty.
So make that an alternative New Year's resolution. Like, y'all need to talk a little bit more so that y'all can be better at what y'all do.
We need to talk.
Because everybody, when we were in undergrad, we always found somebody who was good at everything. Like, one person that was good at each subject, so that there was always somebody that was good at everything. For right? You heard me say it to your daughter.
Absolutely.
Like, everybody, you know, gotta know something. I feel the same way about when it comes to sex life. Like, I don't like to talk about, you know, how good this sex was or how bad this sex was or how big his dick was. But as far as, like, girl, this lube works really well, or, you know what I mean, like, oh, I bought this lingerie, it fits good if you got a big butt, you know, whatever. Like, we share information between us so that we can always bring, you know, lay it down. Because one of us is good at everything. Oh, I couldn't get his dick all the way down my throat. Oh, it's inhale, exhale, relax. It slides on down. You know, like, everybody's always, there's somebody good at everything. You know, like, I was riding him and then I slipped off. Oh, girl, that's because you got to angle your ass like this and do it this way.
Ride the curve.
Everybody in our group, somebody knows everything, you know. But see, we're at a great advantage over you guys because, like, there'll be a group of females, then there'll be 1 or 2 gay dudes in our group that know everything. And they always know everything. They know what to wear. They know what to eat. They know what to buy. They know what lubes work. They know it all. Really? And so we're at a bigger advantage than you guys are, but you still should talk.
Yes.
And find you a gay woman or two if you could. Because same-sex same-sex relationships get a certain insight that heterosexual relationships do not. And that's because, like, if I'm with a woman, I am a woman, so I can almost already know something. So I'm at an advantage.
Exactly.
You know, if I got a gay dude in my group, he already knows. He knows what to wear, how to wear it, what colognes and everything like that. Like, he knows because he is a dude. You know, so we're at an advantage because we got a dude in our group.
We don't have that woman.
You don't have that woman.
To pick their brain, so to speak.
Right.
Okay. All right. Fellas, we got to do better.
Yeah, I have to do better. You know, so, and you're probably definitely going to need your resources this year. Whatever resources you have, you got to pull from everything.
X videos, come on with that new channel.
You got to pull it from everywhere. You know, I hope you have a deal at Staples to get all them vouchers printed, because you know the first 1,500 girls is going to turn them on fire, ball them up, and throw them in your face. So get a deal on your voucher printing,
It's gone left.
A little bit, you know. I think it would be a good idea if, you know, you might like reach out to, you know, a homeboy, homegirl to help you out, try to narrow down to get close to your 5.
Oh, close to my 5?
Yeah.
Do some research?
Yeah. Like, you know,
Look
you
up
might
some
need to have
private
some feelers out there, some subcontractors. Right. Have you heard of any? Right. Because you might be able to get a 3 and a 2. And then just put it together and there's your 5. And you already have, what's her name? Hold on, let me look back. Kathy. To hold the camera for you.
Kathy said she's going to.
Kathy's holding the camera for you. So you can get your 5, is your 3 and 2, 4 and 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2 and 1, right? There's lots of ways to make up this 5.
What have I done?
On camera, at one time.
I'm keeping this.
By December 10th of 2018.
Oh my gosh.
So.
Where's the ink pen? I need to write down that date. That's December the 10th.
December the 10th, 2018.
P.S. deadline.
P.S. actual deadline. December 10th, 2018. Must bust? Is that
or bust.
Or bust. Oh, I'm just going to initial this.
Oh, really? Yeah. Initial that. Initial that.
Salacious live with Dr. Wren. There we go.
Thank you kindly. I appreciate it.
Notice I initialed it. Salacious life with Dr. Wren.
Yeah. I see that. My goodness. What? This has been so much fun.
Yeah, this was fun. And I think we came up with a lot of good alternatives. So everybody, what happens if he fails?
You gonna say I don't like you, man? There you go, adding 2 cents again.
We'll think about that. We'll open up next week's show with what happens if he fails. We'll talk about it all week. Guys, inbox me or whatever. Let me know what what's the penalty for him not keeping his resolution for 2018. And I'll announce it on the air next week. We'll all listen up and see what got the most votes. The penalty for missing his resolution.
Okay, we have a facilitator.
Oh, great.
Contact Vincent Hebron. He's on my friends list. He says he's going to choose the 5. He thinks it's best if we keep it strictly professional. Applicants can inbox him with their entry forms.
You will pay for this ass.
Oh my gosh. I'm not paying for it.
Oh, that's what it sounds like.
No, he's just going to go through.
He's going to curate.
He knows what I like.
He's going to curate.
He knows what I like.
Invest.
Yes, he's going to invest.
Yes.
He's going to invest. Okay. My goodness.
I'm just saying. You can do this. Just, you know, we're all going to have our resolutions to keep for 2018. And I think it's important that we explore and do things that we don't normally do, like have sex with 5 people on camera. You know, I think it's important that we spread ourselves a little bit and live life a little bit, you know, even though, you know, it'd be nice to have sex with 5 people on camera. You know, not all of us are able to do that. This is for you. This is special.
Yeah, this was chosen for
It was chosen. It was bestowed upon you. So, absolutely, I think it's important that people understand that it's 5 people on camera. Can you? I'm sorry, I'm just messing with you.
No, you're not. No, you're not, because you want to hold the camera.
Well, Katie, I'm sorry. Kathy. Katie. I'm sorry, Kathy. I called her Katie.
Anyway.
Kathy beat me to it.
Okay.
Because I would have completely held the camera and tried not to guide you guys while you were having sex. Like, no, wait, to the left, to the left.
Watch your foot. That wouldn't be bad. That would be interesting.
Have a director. Yeah, so Vinny's going to curate and I'm going to direct the 5 on tape.
Vinny's going to handle the staffing.
Okay.
They're going to handle production.
Got it.
Okay.
The production of the ultimate comedy.
We're putting a team together.
So inbox us you know, if you have anything you want to, you know, add to our team, if you need, you know, you're bringing food, because food always helps.
Yes,
so you can get anybody
bars,
to have
energy
sex.
bars,
like
Gatorade, Powerade,
food. So
ginseng,
vitamin B.
Vitamin B, yes.
Vitamin B. So and maybe some Epsom salt for after the fact. If we have any licensed masseuse that want to volunteer for after recovery efforts,
please.
Right.
Please.
Yes, Kathy Water.
Kathy said water. Yes,
yeah,
Kathy,
that's a good one.
H to the Izzo. It's most definitely.
Fluffers.
Fluffers.
Oh.
What is that? Except for when I get winded. I do not like him.
You know how it is, right?
That's the reality. That's the reality of it. I think the
man.
And but they have to be bisexual women. They have to be bisexual.
Of course, because you have to have 5 at the same time.
Absolutely.
Anyway, I think that's my show tonight. So I just wanted to remind everybody to love life and be brave and live unapologetically. And I will see you next week on Salacious Life with Dr. Wren. Thank you, Will Funk.
Be Exposed Radio.
Definitely not taking responsibility for other people's emotions and things that's going on, and owning up to who you are.